I don't do yoga naked. But
we've all seen the Instagram videos, Anthony.
Don't dox me like that, bro.
Hey GQ, I'm Ian Hecox.
And I'm Anthony Padilla of Smosh, and we are here today to show you our essentials.
Grooming Stuff.
I brought this stuff called Everyday Oil. It's very good for the skin. If it's dry out, my skin gets very, very funky and dry.
And you don't need to get into specifics of where you put it, but you put it all over your body?
It can go everywhere, I've heard. It's great if you have dry skin. I have chronically dry skin around the nose areas. You could even lather it on your face before you go to sleep. It's gonna leave a disgusting mark on your pillow in the morning.
Oh!
But your face will be nice and refreshed.
Have you done that?
Once or twice.
This is the Philips Norelco One Blade. This company ought to pay me money because I have turned so many people onto this thing. It'll go to like your skin, you could do this. Doesn't stab you, it's waterproof. It comes with like different heads, so you know that's why I got this. Clean this up today. I've been using this thing for probably like 8 years, and this is probably the second one I have. Uses kind of like my backup.
Oh, I get it.
It's for the ass hair. Vitamin D Gummies. Oh. Doesn't roll that well. You might see a theme for me throughout this video. I am afraid of the sun, and therefore I thought it'd be good
Are you a cave dweller?
A little bit.
The more you know. I didn't know you were a cave dweller.
I grew up with my parents being like, you should, like, if you're going out in the sun, use sunscreen.
You would be wearing sunglasses in the back seat of a car.
I still wear sunglasses in the back of the car. It's bright as heck.
In the back seat of the car.
Sure, there's windows, aren't there?
But you don't have to stare at the sun from inside the vehicle.
You don't use sunglasses to stare at the sun.
Oh, you're right.
Because we are, we spend most of our days like in an office. I don't get that much exposure to sun, but since my skin isn't absorbing a lot of, you know, sun rays, I thought, you know, I might be deficient. So a little D3K2.
Is that why you've been in a better mood lately?
Maybe. I'm on that D.
This is my palette knife. Do not fuck with me.
Okay.
I will not be able to stab you with it. It is for painting. It is my favorite tool that I use. I just picked up oil painting in the past month, so I am by all means not a professional at all. You can actually, especially with oil paint, scoop up large chunks, smear it, and when you smear it, there's like, you know, you could have like an ombre, or you could have different colors fading through it depending on the pressure, and they are not all made equally because some of them are so hard that it just smashes the canvas when you scrub across it, but this has give. Look at that give. So when you're pressing it, you can still get the effect you want, but it won't just smash it into the canvas.
I think you also use that to like spread frosting.
This? Yeah, but is it gonna have that give?
I don't think it's gonna have that
That's a good give. Before I picked up oil painting, I had no other creative outlet in my adult life that was strictly just for the sake of creating. It was always in my head, what will it be like when it's released? What will the response be like? Growing up early on YouTube in 2005, like that was my first place I could be like, whoa, everything I create, I could get a response for it. But this is the first time that I've created just for myself. And it's cool. It's kind of like journaling, but with like abstract visualization.
Anthony's about to leave Smosh for a full-time painting career.
Honestly?
I just know it.
Honestly?
It's happening again.
We cannot leave the house without our diamond play button. You gotta have this everywhere with you. We bring it with us, you know, everyday outings, hiking, grocery store.
It's a reminder of how freaking goated we are.
Yeah, never forget how goated you are.
And never let them forget.
No.
For those that don't know, you get the diamond play button when you surpass 10 million subscribers, which was, subscribers were a metric on YouTube that people used to care about. When they announced the diamond play button, we were one of like 5 channels that got it.
This was 2013. It might have been 2012, but I believe it was 2013. Honestly,
it's pretty sweet.
And it's 30 pounds or some shit. I mean,
and we almost lost it.
We didn't know where it was for a second.
It has multi-uses.
If we ever can't get into like a fancy restaurant, we're like, excuse me.
And I pull it out of my wallet and I'm like, do you know who we are? Can you read that text? Yeah.
Like, I'm the best at being down to earth.
I'm the most fucking humble person I've ever met.
I'm the most
humble person.
We're the most humble people.
We are the most humble people.
So these are Jacques Marie Mage. They're handmade in Japan, number 95 out of 200.
Those are sick. I feel like your entire look upgraded when you got those.
Oh, it did. I had like the very basic, like 2012 white dude aesthetic. I'm trying to be a little more quirked up these days.
You're getting quirked up.
Yeah.
I think that's the number one comment right now. It's just how quirked up you are.
I had like heard this stuff about how like most of like the eyewear business is like mostly owned by one company. I've kind of like made it my mission to buy only from like independent brands that aren't owned by this mega company. And it's nice to wear some nice glasses and it makes me look less ugly.
This is my yoga rug. So I got into yoga.
Oh, it's ribbed.
About a year ago now, and I was like, oh, this is just some stupid little thing that I'm gonna try out for a little bit and get bored of again, just like everything else I try out. But it's been hugely life-changing for me. My energy has gone up, my mental health has increased. Onto the specifics of this yoga mat, I saw this ad and I thought that it was this genius marketing ploy where they were trying to make a rug sound better than the mats that most people use. And they were like, oh, it's less grippy, so it's more difficult. I was like, I don't want something that's less grippy. I thought the point of the mat is to have a grip. So many different muscles are activated when you are not relying on your grip. You're actually having to use your body. So it's forced me to activate muscles that I never had activated before, the teeniest, tiniest little muscles. And not to mention, I don't have to lay my body on a cold ass mat when I practice in the morning.
Or you could just wear clothes instead of just doing it in your...
But then it gets too hot.
Instead of doing your
and
underwear.
then you get really wet. I don't do yoga naked, but not
We've all
naked.
seen the Instagram videos, Anthony.
Don't dox me like that, bro.
I brought condoms, and the reason I did this is because I saw Jack Harlow's 10 Things, and I saw that he brought condoms, but he brought Trojan condoms?
So, these are condoms. I really like the grip on them, and they're just effective.
And I'm like, dude, you're like flexing a Rolex, but you bring like the Kia Soul of condoms. These are like the Rolls Royce of condoms. It just looks like a stick of gum.
True.
So, you know, you just put it in your...
You could have fooled me.
Slip in your pocket.
Yeah.
It comes like individually wrapped, you see.
And they've got very detailed diagrams on the back.
Yeah, I know.
Very detailed.
Can't tell if it's this way or this way.
Either way works.
I think it's that way.
And then it comes in like this little pouch, and then it has like little pull tabs.
Dude, how many times has it been like low light situations?
It's so bad.
And you're in the middle of something.
It gets so bad.
And then like, hold on.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow, get good.
Self-cleaning water bottles. I don't really drink a ton of water unless I have a water bottle in my hand. That's been hugely helpful in reminding me to drink it. This is a unique thing made by Lark. In the cap, it has this function that uses UV light. I do not know the science behind it. For about 10 seconds, it'll shine a UV light in the bottle and clean out the bottle. So you don't have to deal with finding mold in like a weird crevice in the corner here that you couldn't scrub out. I could put in water, take a sip, and then press the button. And when I do that, you'll see that the top lights up blue when it's cleaning. And I could taste a noticeable difference after I drink it.
In LA, water is kind of garbo. I walk everywhere with a water bottle. Once you get kidney stones, you always want to make sure you stay hydrated forever for the rest of your life so you never get kidney stones ever again. Apparently, you could even like take this camping and just go like straight into the stream as long as the water's not super brackish.
Yeah.
Like you could sanitize the water enough to drink it.
When you stop your car in traffic and because there's too much traffic and you get off the side of the road to go pee and then you get lost and you don't find your way back to the car for hours, just in case there's a stream.
I thought you were gonna say you pee into the bottle. Yeah, does it sanitize your pee?
I don't know. It'd probably be better than drinking pee straight though. Well, we just got our next video idea, so thank you so much for having us on here. A photo with me and my mom in 1989. I was maybe 2 and my mom was maybe 22. I really like this photo. It's candid. I have a pretty sick kind of mohawk vibe going a little bit. My mom cut my hair. I keep this up on my fridge to remind me that sometimes some feelings that I feel is coming from a place that was developed around this age. I feel like the more therapy you go to and the more you learn about yourself, the more that you realize that sometimes some of the feelings that you have are actually feelings that you developed as defense mechanisms when you were maybe around this age. And I can kind of have more empathy for myself when I'm reminded of what I actually look like when a lot of these feelings developed.
Actually, your hair's not too different from...
Trying to go back to my roots.
And continuing with the theme of me being afraid of the sun, I have my mineral sunscreen. I pretty much don't ever go out into the sun without having some kind of sunscreen on me. I generally go towards mineral sunscreen because I had heard that like the other kind of sunscreens get absorbed into your bloodstream. Maybe nothing bad will come of that.
Do you wear it every day, like even when you're going, like when you know that all you're doing is walking from your car to a building?
This is LA, so my face is also dry, so it's a moisturizer. It's a moisturizer as well.
Okay, so you got double duty in that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, first of all, it's kind of gross. Like it leaves white streaks and it looks weird on camera.
Are you guys seeing white streaks? Am I reflecting?
Thanks for watching.
These are our essentials. Bye.